We live, baby. We live. Let me hit it. Coming to you live from downtown Pomona. It's Mia Vanner presents the R&R Podcast, where we talk sports, cigars, and entertainment. Episode 10. What's happening?
Let's go, big dog. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, MLB playoffs. Our Dodgers, we talked about that. Look at the brackets, though. Tigers are up 2-1 over the Guardians. Guardians were favored. Royals and Yankees are 1-1. Everybody picked the Yankees.
Yes, sir.
The Mets just beat the Phillies 4-1. Everybody had the Phillies.
I picked the Mets.
You picked the Mets? Okay. All right. That you say that this week. I don't think you said that last week.
I said
okay.
the Mets was peaking, and I keep trying to tell people, but they're not listening.
Okay. And then the Padres are up 2-1 over the Dodgers. What are your thoughts on the MLB playoff bracket?
Well, see, the Dodgers, man.
We play tonight.
Must-win situation. Boy, looking from the outside looking in, we ain't got no swag. We ain't got no meanness.
Our pitchers,
they play with more oomph. They got more swag, dude. They play harder. Like our stands is rocking at Dodger Stadium, but our players is like a ho-hum. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and we talked about this 2-3 weeks ago that the Padres always get up for us, and that's why I don't want to play them. They always get up for us in the playoffs.
Big time.
And they have the best record in baseball since the All-Star break. They're hot.
You
know, Fernando Tatis Jr. is playing phenomenally right now. So
Roy Monster.
Yeah. So man, we got to win tonight. If we don't win tonight, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. And I think they're gonna let Dave Roberts walk. You know what I'm saying?
It might be time because we've underachieved. If you look at the last 7-8 years, we should have more than one ring.
Right.
We should. I think we should have won it at least 2 more times.
2 more times.
Yeah, and we had the best record in baseball, and then we're gonna lose to San Diego again. So might be time to get a new voice in the
but who do you
in
get?
The bullpen.
Who's out there?
I don't know. I have to look, but we're not. I don't think we're reaching our potential.
No, but we had a lot of injuries. I can see that, but they're gonna have to have a fall guy, and I think it's gonna be him.
And it probably should be him because it's a result-driven business. And if we don't get it done, then you got to make a change.
Make a change. Like
so
Michael Jackson.
What? Yeah. What? Not like Michael Jackson. So let me ask you this: what else has surprised you? Did the Mets over Philly surprise you?
No, but I seen them. They was peaking. I said about 2 weeks ago. I said, look at the Mets. The Mets balling. And ain't nobody really paying attention to them. They've been balling. Pete Alonso hit a grand slam today to get them out there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 4-1. I mean? Exactly.
Yeah,
and that was the winning. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I remember when in the season they were hurt, they were injured, but they were out of it. But then they came back at the end.
So Padres, Dodgers, we talked about that. Mets, Phillies, that's a wrap. Mets are advancing to the NLCS. What about Royals, Yankees? That's tied 1-1.
I don't like the Yankees, but the Royals got Bobby Witt Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
Okay.
So,
and then we had okay. Yeah. And then what about Tigers, Guardians? Guardians had one of the top records all year, and now they're down 2-1. What's your thoughts?
And look like the Tigers is peaking right now.
They are, and that's the key. You got to peak in the playoffs.
Not the regular season.
Not the regular season. You're right. Okay. So
get that momentum.
And Ohtani needs to play a little bit better.
Oh yeah, last night he looked. He's swinging at everything. Pedestrian. Yeah.
Look.
They got some good pitchers, man. They got that. You seen that young boy out of Indio?
Yes. Yep.
Oh man, 25 years old throwing heaters.
Yep. So okay, all right. Let me ask you this: what about the WNBA playoffs? So the Aces
down goes Frazier.
Not down goes Frazier. 2-time defending champions. Aces lost to New York. I think New York's been one of the best teams all year with Ionescu and Brittany Stewart. They're stacked, and they've never won a WNBA championship. What are your thoughts?
I think they're going to get their first one. They took down the Giant. Like I said, down goes Frazier. It's hard to three-peat. You know what I mean? They won 2 in a row, but they took the Aces out, man. So they look serious, and I think, like you said, Ionescu and Breanna Stewart, Ballers.
She's balling. Yeah, University of Oregon and Connecticut. Stewart was great at Connecticut. So, she's due. New York is due. I'm picking them.
Yeah,
I'm picking New York.
Too. I'm picking them too.
Plus, they have all the celebrities sitting courtside, Carmelo, Spike Lee, etc. So I think they're going to be good. While we're talking basketball, what about Bronny's debut? What were your thoughts on that? What do you think about Bronny in the league?
Man, stay in the G League, man. His defense don't look bad. His defense don't look bad, but he don't pass the eye test, man.
Why not?
He just doesn't. You play basketball, you know that he does not pass the eye test. He's not ready. He needs to be more developed, and I think we knew this, but
we talked about it.
Right, we talked about it, but he wanted to. Him and his dad and Clutch got together and they pulled these strings, and he's in there, but he's gonna have to go into G League, man.
Let me read these stats to you. So first game, 1 for 3 field goals, 0 for 1 3-point shots, 1 for 2 free throws, 3 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks over 29 minutes. What are your thoughts on that? So you think he's not ready?
No, he's not ready. Not ready at all. He needs more development, man. He averaged 4 points a game in USC?
Yeah, so he wasn't. Yeah,
he wasn't ready, man. Just they made history.
I saw they made history,
right.
Father and son. But I saw something where he just wanted to hear his name called. Maybe he's just satisfied with hearing his name called in the draft. But I don't think he's ready. I agree with you. We usually don't agree. I don't agree with that. He should have gone back to college.
He should have went back to school. But where they do that, you just want to hear your name called and don't want to participate.
Yeah, you're right.
That's that new stuff.
Yeah, young kids. 6'1", 6'1.5", 2 guard. That doesn't translate to the NBA. So, I mean, I agree with you. G League, I think.
Yeah, stay there.
Yeah.
Develop.
Yep.
And hopefully, we've seen some G Leaguers come up.
Exactly. Let me ask you this. Speaking of USC, Juju Watkins just signed an historic shoe deal, one of the largest ever. She set the record for most points ever by a freshman women's basketball player. What are your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on Juju? Straight out of Watts, by the way.
Straight out of Watts. She is awesome. She's the next one, man. And I hope they get behind her and promote her right.
They should.
They need to do a better job with Caitlin Clark, but they need to get behind her and really promote this girl. This girl is the next one, dude. She moves, the way she moves. Matter of fact, I'm going to a couple games this year to go check her out.
We should. Yeah, she's phenomenal. I watched her. I heard about her when she was at Sierra Canyon, but she put in work this year. She was the National Player of the Year. She set records. SC went deep in the tournament. I think
Elite Eight.
Elite Eight, and they recruited well. So I think the sky's the limit for SC and for her.
Another clutch.
Another
client.
clutch. Client. Yeah, Rich Paul's getting everybody. So yeah. So Juju, I want to see her do well. Let me ask you this: can women's players go hardship? Can they leave early? I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. We have to check in.
She might be ready. I don't think she's ready right now. 4 years.
Yes.
I think she could do 2 and go, maybe 3 and go.
Yeah, 2 and go. She's ready right now.
Okay. Let's transition to football.
Uh-oh.
Robert Saleh fired. Let me ask you this. First of all, he's 26-30. Should he have been fired? And secondly, was Aaron Rodgers to blame?
Yes, and he shouldn't have been fired right now.
He should not have?
Not right now.
Why not?
Because guess if they win Monday, they're in first place. If they win Monday, they're in first place. So, you know about football. So when you get coaches in football, they either a defensive guy or offensive guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
His
20
defense,
and 36.
His defense is ranked in the top 10 right now. So they're doing their job.
Okay. But you're
Aaron Rodgers.
But let me say this. Okay, go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers won through 3 picks.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers with the raggedy ass coordinator, Hackett.
His buddy.
So what happened was, I don't know,
Paul Hackett's son.
Yeah. So Saleh went to the owner this week and was like, man, we need to make a change at offense.
Yep. He wanted to demote him. Yep.
He wanted to demote him, right? Guess what? They walked down to his office and showed him the door.
Yeah, they said
That's
security.
and Aaron
walked him out.
Rodgers acting like he don't know nothing.
Mhm. So you think Rodgers knew
Yeah,
and
man.
Rodgers was to blame?
To blame. That's like the second coach he didn't got fired. He like LeBron.
Okay.
He don't want his hands on nothing, but he'll get you fired. But he
Get
ain't
you
did
fired.
nothing.
Okay. So you don't think? So you do think he should have been fired, or you don't? Because they
Not right now. Not right now. 5 games into the season, and then if you the one, you win this Monday, you in first place in your division. No, you shouldn't have. No. You shouldn't have fired him then.
Okay.
And then if you was gonna fire him, you had all these coordinators, all these coaches open in the summer.
Mhm.
You could have got your pick right there. So now what are you saying? 5 games in the season, 1 game out of first place. I'm gonna fire you.
3, yeah.
That's all Aaron Rodgers, man. He's a cancer in the locker room, dude.
He is.
But I'm gonna say this: some things Saleh didn't handle right, like when he was missing and whatever. He goes to the mic and says, "That's an unexcused absence."
Yep.
He shouldn't have did that.
Because that's when
You know what I'm saying? You keep your stuff in house. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, so I don't think he should have been fired, but I don't think he's a good defensive coordinator. He might not be cut out to be a head
He's
coach.
a great defensive coordinator. He's great in San Francisco.
Yeah, he was great. So you look up and the offense, rushing yards, they're last in the NFL right now with Breece Hall.
Their stats are the exact same as they were last year with Zach Wilson.
Right.
Their points per game, their yardage per pass, exact same. And so part of that has to be on Aaron Rodgers.
That's Aaron Rodgers, but he ain't gonna take no ownership. He gonna sit back, look the other way. He didn't do nothing. He don't know. He gonna go take a sabbatical and all that. Man, ain't nobody got time for that, man. You need to play football, and you're getting old too, brother. So you know what I'm saying. And you ain't got too many chances. And if I was Devontae, would you want to go to that mess?
That's great. That's a great segue. Talking about Devontae, that's the next thing on our list. Devontae Adams trade request. What's your thoughts on that?
I would want to get the hell up out of there too. But where you going? I mean, I wouldn't go to the Jets with this mess going on now. And you can't go to the Saints because your boy he out for the season. Carr.
Is he out for the season?
I think so.
So those are his 2 top choices, New York or New Orleans. But he's trying to go play with his friends. I think he needs to go play somewhere where he could win.
Buffalo need a receiver.
What about Dallas?
Dallas need all the help they can get.
There you go. There you go. Okay. But what do you think? So where do you think he should go? So you would say Buffalo?
I say Buffalo, man. I would go to Buffalo.
They don't have a true number 1.
They don't have a true number 1.
Okay. But that's done. He's done with the Raiders, right?
And now you got Max Crosby chirping.
That's not good. Yeah,
that's not good.
I want to see Antonio do well, but that's not good when you got your best offensive and your best defensive player chirping. So
right. So I don't know, man. I at first, and then Aaron Rodgers dogged him out when he was with the
Packers.
With the Packers, wouldn't let him know if he was retiring or not. And then
so don't sign up.
I wouldn't sign up with him. Nah, man. I'm good on you, homie.
Raiders quarterback dilemma. They benched Minshew, gave him all that money, $15 million for 2 years, and now the backup is starting. What's your thoughts on that? I think that's why the Raiders.
Minshew is just a guy. He's not the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a starting quarterback. He's a
little great backup.
Good backup. Come in for 3-4 weeks while I'm on the IR and help us, get 2 wins out of 4, and then we good. But he's not an everyday down starter. But I would have, probably with O'Connell because O'Connell, knew the system.
He played well
there last year.
Last 4 games.
And now you're turning it over to him. Well, you're giving him a bag of mess, but okay.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. He's starting this week, so like I said, he played well the last 4 or 5 games last year. He knows the system. Coach said he's more vocal, so we'll see what happens. Man, Jabril Peppers out of Michigan got arrested. What's with these young guys getting arrested, man? You're in the NFL making $8 million, $10 million a year. Why are you getting arrested?
Because they think they can do whatever they want to do because they got this money.
Starting safety. Why are you in that situation?
You shouldn't even put yourself in that situation. My dad told me if a bride won't listen, get you a younger one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
But you don't put your hands on a woman, choke her and all that. You don't do that.
Yeah,
You asking for it.
So I don't get this. So I think he's going to be on the commissioner's list. He didn't play last week. I don't think he's going to play this week. It just doesn't make sense. You got all this going for you,
right?
And you throw it away.
Throw it away.
All right. So we talked about that. Big topic this week: Tyreek Hill leaving Kansas City. Do you think he regrets that?
He might right now, but if Tua was there, he wouldn't. I mean, if Tua was playing, but now he probably looking at it like, man, Tua ain't gonna last much longer, and I'm gonna still be here. And I don't think so.
But somebody had a good point. Yeah, he got one Super Bowl ring with Kansas City. He also got $30 million a year, and they just re-upped him. So I mean, you get one ring, $30 million a year. I don't know. I don't know if I regret, because Super Bowl, it's not a given, but that $30 million when it hits that account,
I'll feel good. I don't know how it feels, but I probably imagine it feels real good.
You don't know how it feels to have $30 million hit your account?
Nah. $30.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: Do you think that he regrets it? What do you think?
I mean, right now he probably having some, regrets, but he got to play the course and see what they do over there. I mean, because they was rolling, you know what I mean?
They were until Tua got hurt.
Tua got hurt.
Yeah,
so,
and that happened. So
that happens.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, they just re-upped him. He's the last 3 or 4 years been one of the top receivers in the league. So we'll see. Like I said, if you get the money, because the Super Bowl is not guaranteed. The guarantee in football and the contract, whatever's guaranteed is guaranteed. Transition to the Steelers, who lost to me and Drape's Cowboys last minute. Do you think they should stick with Justin Fields, or you think they should go with Russell Wilson?
All right, now, what their record? 4-1, 3-1,
3-2,
3-2. Let's see what Mr. Wilson can do right now.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean, I thought my guy was headed in the right direction, but he's still like kind of stagnant right there.
But he gives you a added dimension that he can run.
He can take off.
Russell can't run
at all.
And Russell in Denver was flat. Justin got him at 3-0. Now they're 3-2.
Right.
Now they're 3-2. So
right.
I would stick with the young guy. Plus, I'm kind of old school. Russell got hurt. When I got hurt in college, I had to earn my spot back. I didn't just get it. In NFL, if you're the starter and you get hurt when you're healthy, they just give it back to you. Yeah. I don't agree with that. I think you got to earn it. You got to show that you can play.
Well, Tomlin came out and said he's going to see what he does this week in practice and see how they look. That's what he said today.
See how Russell looks?
Yeah. They look like they leaning that way.
I would stick with the young guy, just because he gives you the added dimension. And Pittsburgh's not going to score a lot of points.
Yeah,
so we already know that.
They got a good D. All you got to do is manage really the game.
D. That's all you got to do.
And I
don't know if Russell can do that. I think his time might be done. But we'll see what happens. If you're predicting who's going to start, who do you think is going to start?
I think they're gonna let Russell start just to see. Watch.
I'm going with Justin. We'll see what happens. I think they're gonna start Justin
because, like they say, he can't throw the ball, but we need to get downfield a little bit. But he does have that extra dimension. He can take off and run, and that's a defensive coordinator nightmare.
Yep, same division. Man, that division is crazy right now. Cleveland, Deshaun Watson, he looks like he's completely.
He needs to sit his ass down somewhere.
I'm gonna use a big word like the big words Randy uses, disheveled.
Yeah,
he looks disheveled. What's your thoughts on that? I didn't go to a good school like Diamond Bar. I went to
Ganesha. I went to Ganesha, Pomona Unified, right over there.
You went to Ganesha. Yeah, you were Diamond Bar adjacent.
Yes, sir.
But Jason, that's another 3-syllable.
Right.
But so Cleveland with Deshaun Watson, he looked horrible against the Commanders. What's going on with him? Is it all the lawsuits? He looks like he forgot how to play, and he was great in Houston. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, since he got that bag, and since he's been there, has he looked anything like he looked in Houston?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Lawsuits will do that.
Yeah. So he looked like he worried, like you said. Looked like he's shaking in his boots. He can't hit a pea in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? He can't hit no wide open receiver, nothing.
Gets sacked 7 times.
I think Amari Cooper trying to get up out of there.
Yeah, probably so.
Nah. But he needs to sit his ass down and I think you know what it is the organization, since they paid him so much money, they like telling the coach you're gonna start him
$46 a year.
Right. So But if it's me and I was getting fired, I'm gonna go with James Winston, and you gonna fire me anyway. So we gonna see what it do.
Yeah. He doesn't look like the same player. Like I think all the lawsuits and time off and
So
injuries,
another one just came
taking
up.
its toll.
You know what I mean?
Another one, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He settled the last one, but man, if I get sued one time, he got sued 25 times?
25 times. He's
So-
trying to get them happy endings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not the happy endings.
He need to
he don't
Go
look,
to the
he don't look
massage
same.
parlor.
Yeah. Same city, Cleveland, where LeBron is from, or Akron, but close. LeBron and Bronny on the court. Is it all hype? It's just all about
hype. It's just all for, glitz and glam and a moment. You know what I mean? You had your moment, man, and come on, man.
put him in the G League now. Huh?
I told you, put him in the G League, let him, and he damn near don't need to be there.
Yeah, because
back in college
6'1"
somewhere.
2 guard is not average 4 points a game and get drafted. I don't know.
And everybody hollering, "Oh, you would do the same." And I'm
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I just, you know what I mean? Like, really, you took somebody's spot that really,
that really could help the
could
team
have
and
helped
that
the team and we deserved it.
Speaking of LeBron, how much does he have left? Year 22.
You got this year, maybe next year.
This year, that's it? And that's it for LeBron?
Yeah, he about done.
But in the Olympics, he was our best player.
Right.
What do you think?
He was our best player, but I mean, come on, that Father Time gonna catch up with you, man. Sooner or later, I don't care.
Father Time is undefeated.
Undefeated. Y'all know that. So what, he 40 this year?
Yep. December 30th.
So 40, 41, 42 years old. He about done.
Okay. But what do you think he's gonna do this year? Last year, 28, 7-7. What do you think his stats are gonna be this year?
He gonna get the same. He gonna ball.
Because he's gonna dominate the ball. He's gonna make sure.
Yeah, he gonna pound. You know what he do. So, I mean, we stuck with him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Stuck. You don't sound too enthusiastic.
I don't sound too. No, we stuck with him and his little circus and clutch. You know, they got our fingers all in. They run the Lakers.
Got his coach over there, his buddy, his podcast partner. That's like me getting you hired to be the Laker coach. Huh?
Yeah, I can get you on the Johnson Control.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Derrick Rose legacy. What are your thoughts?
Man, when he came to the league, he set the league on fire, man. This dude was awesome till he hurt his knees. So, I mean, he was a great player, man, till he had the injuries. And he came back, and he wasn't the same, but when everybody had a Rose jersey back in the day.
And nobody wanted to smoke with him. Not Chris Paul, not Deron Williams, not a young Kyrie, not Baron Davis. There was about maybe 3 years, 09, 10, 11, 12. He was the best guard in the league.
Yes.
Rondo didn't want to see him. Rondo quit the Olympic tryouts because of Rose.
Right. He was an animal.
So is he a Hall of Famer, though? That's the question. That may be tough.
That may be tough because you said only about 3 years.
3.5, 4 years where he was dominant.
Maybe tough.
Chicago loves him.
Yeah.
Chicago, Simeon.
Yes. Right out of Chicago.
Got the number 25, Ben Wilson's number. But I don't think he's a Hall of Famer just because he didn't have the longevity. So what do you think?
No, not a Hall of Famer yet. No.
Couple more things, NBA. Does the Cat trade make the Knicks better? What do you think about that? Julius Randle.
If he can stay healthy.
Okay.
But he gives them a different dimension. They had too many guards.
Yeah, they did. They needed to get rid of DiVincenzo, but now they have a Cat who can come off that pick and roll with Brunson and step back. So and they had that run last year without Randle. So a healthy Cat, they're gonna be okay.
They'll be all right.
Yeah. So does it make them better?
Makes them better. Minnesota, they'll be all right. I mean, Randle, he don't stay healthy.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy. Yeah, exactly. So next week we'll talk more NBA. It's just preseason right now.
Yeah.
We'll have some NBA fans here. We'll talk some preseason expectations.
Yeah. And who's gonna finish where we think and our wish list.
Okay. No problem.
Let's
transition. College football. Big game last week. Vanderbilt over Alabama. They let some doctors and lawyers and dentists beat them. What are your thoughts on that?
Down goes Frazier, the great team. And then you didn't see when they had Nick Saban on game day.
I saw that. Yeah.
And he was saying the easiest place to play was Vanderbilt.
Yep. They played that. They trolled Nick Saban.
Yeah,
I think it was just a case of them overlooking them. They beat Georgia the week before. What do you think?
Yeah, they spun their wad on Georgia, and then they came over there overlooking these cats, and these cats brought their hat to them.
Yep.
Tore down the goalpost,
Yep.
rushed the field, and took it 3 miles down the street and dumped it in the river.
3 miles?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Got
Yeah, I
fined,
think
got
they
fined.
overlooked-
Took a
I
fine
agree
for
with you.
100,000.
They fined them 100. Somebody's dad will just pay that. That's nothing.
that's nothing.
One of them doctors.
One of them good old doctors.
Yeah. So Vanderbilt over Alabama. Alabama, you got to play every week. They'll still get in a 12-team playoff, but you can't
Overlook anyone.
anybody. Not
No.
in the SEC. Ohio State over Iowa. That was to be expected. Iowa's got kids transferring. Ohio State's solid. They're
Right.
solid. They're deep.
Yeah,
What's
they're
your thought on Ohio State?
real deep, both sides of the ball.
Both sides of the
good.
ball.
Oregon been barely hanging on. They barely beat Boise State. So this week, I think they go down.
You think Oregon goes down?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get to that. So Ohio State, man, they're solid. They won 35-7. Iowa's well coached, but Ohio State, like you said, they're deep on both sides of the ball.
Yes, sir.
You know, one game that was surprising to me, even though it was at Arkansas, Tennessee lost, man. Our local kid out of Downey Warren.
Yeah, that was a rough
19-14.
game for 'em. Yeah. Looked like Arkansas got a pretty decent D because
They do.
because they was averaging a lot of points, maybe like 40-some points a game,
Mm-hmm.
and they slowed them down.
But you know, Petrino's the offensive coordinator at Arkansas. He's a great play caller. Been a head coach in the league, Atlanta, head coach at Arkansas, got in a little trouble.
Oh,
But,
Bobby Petrino.
Yeah,
yes.
Bobby Petrino. Yeah. So, you know, it was a little surprising, but maybe Tennessee's not ready. What's your thoughts?
I think they got to shake this off and get back in there. They shouldn't drop too far.
Yeah.
They'll be in the playoff. You know what I mean? So just put your head back down and have a short-term memory and get back in there. I think they'll be all right.
Okay. Georgia 31, Auburn 13. That wasn't really surprising.
Not at all.
Auburn hasn't figured out their quarterback situation.
Since Cam
Georgia's
left.
solid. I knew Georgia was going to play well this week. You said since Cam. You're right. Georgia, I think it was a good bounce back win after they lost a close one to Alabama. So that wasn't really surprising. What are your thoughts?
Wasn't surprising at all. They came out there and played with some aggression because, you know, they lost last week. And that's how Alabama should have took the field, but they didn't. But, you know.
Probably had the best coach in college,
yeah.
Kirby.
Yeah. So Kirby Smart. So, yeah, they are. You know, they're going to be right there.
Exactly. He learned under Saban. He mentored Champ Bailey. He's a great coach. To me, he's the number one coach in college right now.
Yeah, I give it to him.
Okay. Penn State over UCLA. That wasn't surprising. 27-11. UCLA
Garbage.
is too light. Not ready for the Big Ten.
Garbage over there.
Yeah, they're
Straight
not
trash.
Yeah, they're not ready for the Big Ten. They weren't ready for the Pac-10, Pac-12, so definitely not ready for the Big Ten.
And who they got this weekend?
I'll look it up. I'll give it to you.
Indiana.
Okay, and Indiana's undefeated, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Right. Man, a close one, surprising, even though it was at Cal, Miami over Cal. Man, that was a 39-38. Michael Irvin was on the field. He was praying.
In the fourth quarter, it was 38-18. How do you lose that?
At home.
Now, you talking about a coach that need to be fired?
Cal, who's that? Justin Wilcox?
I would have walked him. I would have tarmacked
walked him out.
Yeah, let him, you going, bro.
Like they did Lane Kiffin.
Like they did Lane Kiffin. Yeah, you going, bro, because you ain't supposed to lose that.
Yeah. So that was a tough one. That was a good game. Miami, you know, in college game day was at Cal.
Cal for the first time.
For the first time probably ever.
I think one time. No,
maybe,
first time ever.
Probably first time ever. A&M showed out. A&M at home. Missouri was, man, that was surprising.
Yeah.
41-10.
Right. And Missouri is supposed to be
one of those teams.
Right.
So that was surprising to me. Was that just A&M being hot? They had the home field advantage. What was it?
Hot home field advantage, and you know they suffered a loss early in the year.
Yep, they did. They lost
to
one.
Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm. They lost one, exactly.
Yeah. So they getting their feet up under them. That's what that is.
They have a good coach too. Elko, who was at Duke, he was a D coordinator at A&M. He was the head coach at Duke. Got, you know, another school with doctors and lawyers and dentists to play well. And they came ready. It was at home, so that was surprising.
Right.
Another surprising one, Washington over Michigan, 27-17. I was surprised by that. I think we both picked Michigan.
We both picked Michigan. Yeah, I thought that after they beat USC, my school, I thought they was going to do something, but Washington showed them what was happening. Rematch of the national championship.
Exactly. And Washington has the former Arizona coach. That's who took over. So he's a good coach. He had Arizona rolling. You know, Washington had a lot of talent that stayed when DeBoer went to Alabama. So that was a good game.
Yes.
Man, Minnesota over our Trojans. Talk about it.
Man, we needed that one. We didn't get that one. So I don't know what's going to happen to this coach. And I think they got they got somebody this weekend tough too here. They both play home. UCLA play at home and SC play at home this week.
But they got to win. They can't lose anymore and get in the playoff. That's it.
That's it.
And I don't know if that's going to happen. So we'll see. Ole Miss, South Carolina, 27-3. I thought it would be closer. You know, Beamer's son is over at Shane Beamer's at South Carolina.
Right.
Ole Miss put it on them, 27-3. Lane Kiffin, baby.
Yeah, they had to come back after that loss.
Yep, exactly.
I mean? And they can't lose no more either.
Who's that, Ole Miss? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Another one, Clemson, Florida State, man. Our kid, DJ, local kid, dad went to Ganesha.
Yep.
They're, I believe, 1-4. What are your thoughts? And DJ hurt his hand, so
he's out. They're not gonna make it, man. They done. Colorado get a bowl game before them.
Should their coach be on the hot seat?
Yes. Yes, he should. 1-4.
Last year they were like 11-1, 11-2.
11-1. They were on the road. They was mad
like
because they didn't get to the national championship.
Exactly. Norville. Yeah. So he should be on the hot seat?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to see Dion over there?
Hometown. That's where he played at.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, D. Prime time. Your kids is gone this year.
Yeah. After this year, right. I think he might be out after this year because I think the Florida and Florida State jobs are going to open up, and I think SC could open up.
Yeah.
So out of those three, where would you like to see him? I say Florida State.
Florida State, that's where he played at. Second choice would be USC.
SC, exactly, yeah. So I think at SC, he'd get a lot of players, but I think he could relate to the players at Florida State, and that's where he played. Exactly. Iowa State over Baylor, not a big Iowa State is well coached. Matt Campbell, 43-21 over Dave Aranda. He's a defensive coach. I don't think he's figured out offense. But Iowa State's well coached. Were you surprised by that score?
A little bit.
Why is that?
Because Iowa State got a really good offense.
Yeah. Boise State over Utah State.
Now they got the number one Russian in college football, freshman. And 5, what he got? How many? He got almost I think he almost got like a 700-800 yards already.
And you said that the quarterback that beat out the California kid
is a true
freshman. So our California kid has to leave.
Yeah, he transferred there. He didn't want to stay behind
at SC.
Yeah, He gets there. He thought he had the starting job there, and this guy knocked him out the box.
That's crazy. You never know. You got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out.
What I've learned is when kids keep transferring, and we've seen it since the 80s and 90s, it never works out because you never have to just figure it out and beat out somebody. Anybody that's transferred and played at 3 schools, they never make it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, you need this competition. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And go for it. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing.
Yep. SMU, Louisville, that was a toss-up. SMU is putting a lot of money. They have those rich boosters in Dallas putting a lot of money behind their program. So we'll see. Yeah, 34-27. Louisville was ranked. SMU wasn't. But, SMU is known for offense.
Just the days of Eric Dickerson and
Pony Express, Craig James. Right. Yeah, it's crazy. Last college game, Indiana Northwestern. Indiana 41-24, undefeated. Well coached. Northwestern, another school with doctors, lawyers, and dentists. So it's not really surprising.
Right. Indiana looks good. Both sides of the ball.
Okay. We got to talk pro football, my brother. First game.
Talk about it.
Buccaneers over Falcons.
I wanted to see the Falcons win, but the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield doing his thing over there.
You got a little resurgence over there in Tampa Bay. We thought he might be done,
Right.
and he's doing well. He's doing well. He's got them winning. He's still got Mike Evans. Got a great defense.
2 running backs.
Yeah, Devontae Davis. So they look good. They look good.
Atlanta's not bad though.
So who's gonna win that division?
It's out of those 2 now for sure.
Exactly. Definitely not Carolina. And well, I don't know. New Orleans. New Orleans. Well, if Carr's out, yeah, if he's out, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Vikings over Jets in London. That was a little surprising because they dominated. You know, Vikings. Nobody had them to be 5-0, especially not with McCarthy going down. What are your thoughts on that?
Like I said, Jets defense slowed them down. They probably played the best defensive game on them so far this year. But they still managed to pull it out. A little surprising on the score, but I knew they was going to win no matter what. And then Aaron Rodgers threw three picks.
Interceptions, yeah.
3 picks, man. And
yeah, he's got to own that.
They got to own that.
Bears over Panthers, not surprising. Caleb's playing better.
Looking better.
Panthers are horrible. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Caleb getting his feet under him looked like, but that was against the Panthers. So we'll see whoever they got this week. We'll see what he does this week, but he looked a lot better.
Yeah, he's playing better, you know, and he'll figure it out. He was extremely talented in college, extremely talented in high school, you know, in DC. So I think he's going to figure it out. He's not playing up to the level of Jaden Daniels. We'll talk about him later, but I think he's playing better, definitely playing better. So what about Ravens over the Bengals? I picked the Ravens. I think you picked, who'd you pick? Did you pick the Bengals or the Ravens?
I picked the Bengals.
Okay. So Lamar looked good. He shrugged off the D lineman, shoved him down, scrambled. You know, the Ravens, we had them picked to go to the AFC Championship. I think they're hitting their stride right now. I think they're the class of that, you know, division. Definitely Cleveland's at the bottom, along with Cincy. Pittsburgh's 3-2. I think the Ravens are going to win that division, though.
Yeah, they're going to win it. And they look good. They're coming together. Offense, you 2-headed monster running that ball, and he got some. He can get that ball down the field too. He can throw it too. So that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare. Had them two coming out that backfield.
Yeah, with Henry and Lamar. What about Dolphins over Patriots? Were you surprised? I was a little surprised because of Dolphins, but Tyler Huntley played well. You know, he was solid. And the Patriots haven't figured out their offense. They're starting Drake May this week. What are your thoughts on that one?
It's about time. I figured that about this week that he would be starting. They're not going nowhere, but they might as well throw the kid in there and let him get out.
Yeah, if you're not going anywhere, get your young kid, get some, get him some experience. Speaking of young kids, man, Jaden Daniels, Commanders over the Browns. I watched that entire game.
Wow.
He looked solid. I think the Commanders have the quarterback for the next 15, 16 years.
Yes, they do.
Local kid. What are your thoughts?
Oh, they have. He's awesome. All they got to do is get that defense together.
Which Quinn will.
Quinn will, because he's a defensive coach. They got the offensive coordinator.
Cliff Kingsbury.
So the kid looks good.
Yeah, he's dropping it in.
Straight out of San Bernardino.
He's got Scary Terry. I think like I said, they have their quarterback. The players like him. You can see the body language. We'll talk about my Cowboys later, but the players congregate around him, man. They're happy. They're coming up to him. They're talking to him. The aura of the team is solid.
Right.
They like him. They believe in him. So Jaguars over Colts, man. Jaguars finally put it together. 37-34. Flacco had them playing well. I think we both picked the Colts.
Yeah.
But they finally are putting it together. And their coach needs to, because they were picked to be in the playoffs again this year.
Right. So we'll see what they do.
We'll see
what
happens.
Yeah.
Texans, Bills, 23-20. The Stephon Diggs Bowl. Texans are solid, even though Nico's going to be out for 4 weeks. But, it's another local kid, C.J. Stroud, played pretty good.
Right.
And, Josh Allen's talented, but the Texans, I think they're a playoff team this year.
Yeah. I said that. I picked them. They're going to win that division easy.
I think so, too. Yeah, I agree. That's one of the few things we agree on. Broncos over the Raiders. Man, No offense to OG Wayne,
Damn.
but you know, man, the Raiders. Let me tell you. So I want Antonio to do well. Local kid, Paramount High School, coached at Long Beach Poly, played at Mount Sac, coached at Arizona State. Got to figure out the quarterback. You're not gonna win in the NFL without a quarterback. And they got O'Connell and Minshew. I don't think that gets you to the playoffs.
No, so
that's the issue. They're talented on D. Devontae wants out of there, so they're in turmoil right now.
Right.
And Pierce better figure it out, or he's gonna be in the unemployment line by about March 1st.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that though? That was surprising to me, 34-18, but you throw a pick six at the 1-2 yard line. That's demoralizing.
Yeah. That'll kill you.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. Jury's still out, but they got to get a quarterback. Maybe Tom Brady, being a part owner, come out of retirement, give him 1 or 2 years. Cardinals, 49ers. That was surprising me. But the Niners are injured. Cardinals, are up and down. Kyler Murray's not a leader. They got the young boy, Marvin Harrison Jr. They got James Conner. But that was, 24-23.
Gang, huh? They got banged on. Yeah. So, that was very surprising. I thought I picked them to win too. 49ers.
We picked them to win. We picked the Niners to win. It let us down. Packers over Rams, 24-19. That was a good game. Rams had a chance. I think the Packers are one of the more talented teams. I think they'll be in the
good.
playoffs.
They're young.
Yep.
And
they believe in Jordan Love.
Right. And he's slinging that rock all over the field.
I think that 3 teams from that division, I think obviously
the
Detroit, and who play my Cowboys, we'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, Minnesota, and Green Bay all be in the playoffs. So that's the best division right now in the NFC overall, top to bottom. Giants over the Seahawks. Man, that was surprising. We both picked the Seahawks.
Yeah, at home, and they lose to the Giants. I don't get that. We got
that
one.
Just a letdown.
We got one Giant fan
Sunday
in
night,
here.
Monday night game.
2. Where the second one at? Who? Oh, okay. I thought you said coach. Because coach ain't got no team.
Okay, so that we both lost on that one. My Cowboys over the Steelers. We didn't play good. We're injured. Dak pulled it out at the end. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
That was an ugly win. That was an ugly win. But you won.
But win is a win.
A win is a win.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah.
We didn't play good. We fumbled. We threw interceptions. But we pulled it out. But the thing that I noticed when I watched the Commanders versus the Cowboys is the Commanders have good camaraderie. I think they rally around Jaden. You could tell the Cowboys are
something wrong with that locker room.
Splintered.
Yeah, it's split.
I don't know if it was the carryover from last year when CD's family and Micah Parsons' brother made comments about Dak. How do you let your family members take shots at your quarterback?
No,
I think it's carried over.
Yeah.
You see CD and Dak already had an argument. You could see, that's my team, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think y'all going to make it, bro. I just don't think Cowboys are going to make it.
If 3 teams from the NFC North go, we're not going to make it.
Right.
So, we got to put it together. I think part of it is Jerry always in the limelight doing interviews, waiting too late to sign players, so we have to overpay. So that's our problem.
And now you're on the hook for Parsons.
Yeah, now we got to pay Mike all this money. So so that's but we got to win. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out.
Y'all got Detroit this week.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Chiefs over Saints. Thoughts on that game?
We picked the Chiefs.
We
knew
did.
that.
We did. And then Derek Carr got hurt. So.
They're doing it all with defense again. They're doing it with defense again. We got one of the best defensive teams in the league. And you got Mahomes. So Mahomes gonna do enough to get you to win. So we knew that.
Let's look at the standings. Let's start with the AFC. So we got AFC East. We have Buffalo 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey 2-3. You said one game out of first. If Buffalo loses and they win, they're in first place. Miami 2-3 on their third quarterback. New England 1-4. I don't think that conference is I don't think that division is a surprise.
Buffalo get their stuff together. They're gonna win it.
They win the division. Yeah, they'll win. They should. If they don't win that division, something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
AFC North, Baltimore, where we thought they should be, 3-2. Pittsburgh, 3-2. Cleveland, 1-4. Cincy, 1-4. Cincy's a surprise, but I think that division, other than Cincy, is pretty much where we thought.
What we thought, other than Cincy, and hopefully they get on a roll, but I don't see it right now.
Jamar Chase is talented, but they didn't pay him, and they didn't pay the other receivers. So,
oh yeah, T. Higgins,
T.
out
Higgins,
of there.
he's out of there.
He might come to your team next year.
I'd love to have him. AFC South, Houston 4-1, Indy 2-3, Tennessee 1-3, Jacksonville 1-4. Jacksonville's the only surprise. What are your thoughts? Houston 4-1.
Gonna win.
They're gonna win that. You said that.
Going away.
All right. AFC West, KC 5-0, Denver 3-2. A little bit of a surprise. Chargers 2-2, Raiders 2-3.
We knew KC was gonna win it.
I think it's KC and everybody else.
Right.
Okay. NFC, Washington, surprise, 4-1. Dallas 3-2, Philly 2-2, New York 2-3.
It's out of Dallas, and I think it's still out of Dallas and Washington. I don't think Philly gonna do nothing.
You don't think so?
They got a bunch
Sirianni's
of
on the hot
turmoil over
seat.
there. He
Yeah.
on the hot seat. Yeah, it's out of y'all too. I don't think New York would do anything either.
Yeah, and I'm surprised New York has 2 wins. NFC North, Minnesota, obviously a surprise. Detroit, we figured they're 3-1.
Right.
Green Bay 3-2 with and they missed their quarterback for a couple weeks. Chicago 3-2. That's the best division in football.
Right. Oh yeah, they got good teams right there. That's gonna be a dogfight.
NFC South, Atlanta 3-2, Tampa Bay 3-2 tied. New Orleans 2-3 with Derek Carr out. Carolina 1-4.
So
it's gonna finish like that. Atlanta, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay fighting for the division. Yeah.
And then in NFC West, we got Seattle 3-2. I don't think anybody saw that. Arizona 2-3. San Francisco 2-3. We thought they'd be higher, and the Rams 1-4.
So San Francisco get their stuff together. It'll be them in Seattle.
You think San Francisco and Seattle?
Yeah.
So not Arizona, not the Rams.
No.
Okay.
Rams my team.
Okay. Let's look at this coming up week. We got Jacksonville at Chicago. Who are you going with? I'm going with Chicago.
Chicago.
Arizona at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I agree. Indy at Tennessee. I'm taking Indy.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Okay, we'll see. Houston at New England.
Houston.
Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
Tampa Bay.
I agree, especially with Carr out. Cleveland at Philly.
Cleveland at Philly.
I go Philly. Yep. Washington at Baltimore. Ooh,
that's gonna
this
be
is
a game.
tough one. Well, who's gonna win this one?
Baltimore.
I want Washington because my family's all Commanders
Right.
fan. But Baltimore at Baltimore, that's the DMV versus Baltimore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Baltimore, but I want Washington.
Yeah. Be more careful.
Not be more careful.
No.
Chargers at Denver.
Coming off a bye, I'm gonna go San Diego.
I'm gonna go Chargers. LA now. LA.
Yeah.
LA at Denver. I'll go Chargers. Pittsburgh at Raiders. Pittsburgh all day. Raiders don't have a quarterback. I'm just being honest. Pittsburgh the Raiders defense.
Anything can happen in that game.
You're right. That's a toss-up.
Game you
But
stay away from. But I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Okay.
Shout out to the Raiders.
O'Connell may give them a spark. So that's a toss-up. I agree. Detroit at Dallas. I know what you're gonna say.
Detroit gonna beat y'all, man. They're going down there and handle that business.
Oh, it's gonna be that easy, huh? So that's gonna.
You can't run the ball.
So
you can't run the ball.
Easy.
Yeah. You're done.
Okay. Detroit's favored. Dallas is my team. But you said it too easy. You said that's like Crenshaw playing Ganesha, like it's gonna be easy.
Yeah, Ganesha would have won.
Okay. All right. We'll see. So you said Detroit and it's gonna be easy. Okay.
Don't count out Ganesha.
I love
man.
my Cowboys. It's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. Atlanta at Carolina. Who you got?
Atlanta.
Yeah. Cincinnati at Giants.
It's a tough one too.
Cincinnati
Cincinnati got to get this win.
Yeah, I agree.
They got to get it.
I'm going with Cincinnati on this one. So
better quarterback.
Yeah, I'm going with Cincy on this one. I think Cincinnati's going to bounce back. I think they'll be okay. Let's talk about top teams in the NFL. So, who's your top team in the NFL?
Right now,
I go KC.
KC, Minnesota.
Yep, we agree. I go KC, Minnesota. Who's third?
Detroit.
Ooh.
And
Yeah, I go Detroit third, Ravens fourth, Commanders fifth.
I might take the Ravens over Detroit, but
yeah, I'm taking the Ravens.
let's see. Yeah.
I go Lions. So okay, so you go Chiefs, Vikings, Ravens, Detroit, who else?
Houston.
And I go Chiefs, Vikings, Lions, Ravens, Commanders. I like the Commanders over Houston.
I think Houston that'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Do they play?
Yeah. Houston is at, hold on, let's go back. So the Commanders play the Ravens, and Houston is at New England. They're gonna win that. They're gonna win that. Anything else? What else do you have for this week? We talked about college, some big games this week. Penn State, UCLA. SC has to figure it out.
Penn State gonna beat them like they stole something.
Yeah, you're right. Big games in NFL: Detroit, Dallas, Commanders at Ravens.
What are the Dodgers doing behind me? We up 3-0?
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about the players. Dodgers have to win today. We went over the brackets. If they don't win, it's a wrap. So it's in San Diego. We get game 5 in LA. But we have to play because the Padres, as you see, they beat us 10-2.
So we got
to play.
So what do you think about all the antics at that game?
With the fans throwing stuff?
Fans,
yeah,
I don't believe
like that.
I don't
like that.
Because that's what happened in the Malice in the Palace. You fans, you just can't be throwing stuff. But another thing is, the dude, after he caught the ball, he out there taunting them that he don't know where he at. That's left field.
Yeah, you in LA.
And right field, you don't play around over there.
Exactly.
So I don't condone throwing nothing. What do you think about Machado throwing the ball into the
dugout? Yeah, Machado has an attitude, so he needs to correct that.
That would have been like me. That. I would have came out that dugout.
Yeah, he's been like that.
I would have came out that dugout.
Yeah. What was that all about?
Yeah, Yeah, he mad. Yeah, he mad. He mad. But
yeah. So we'll see what happens. Like We're up 3-0. Hopefully we win this one, win game 5, get to the game against the Mets. And I think we can beat the Mets, but they're playing well.
They're peaking.
They're peaking at playoff time, which is what you have to do. So we'll see what happens. We'll have a lot to talk about next week.
Next week, we got the NBA coming. Mm-hmm. We got the WNBA championship starting this week.
Yep. I'm picking New York.
I'm picking New York. Yeah, they took out the Aces. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to three-peat.
Yeah, it is.
But they did their thing. They'll be back next year.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm happy, man. A lot to talk about. So we'll see what happens with the football. See what my Cowboys do against Detroit. That's gonna be a big game. And we'll see what college looks like after this week. We got a lot of NBA to talk.
Episode 10 was another success.
Yes, sir.
Wednesday.
Before we sign off, should we ask if there's any
questions out there? Y'all got what y'all got to say out there? Great podcast. Thank you, my brother.
No questions about NFL, college. Go ahead, Charles. Good question. So let me answer real easy. I'm a football fan, but I'm a realist. Nobody stopped them. We have not played well stopping the run. People are trying to figure out Micah. Looks like they figured him out. He's better when you run toward him instead of away from him. So it's going to be tough, man. I think they're going to do their thing. We're going to have to play an exceptional game to win. So nobody stopped them. So, we'd have to play exceptional to beat them. They said 4 to 8 weeks, so hopefully it's only 4. So
wow.
Questions? Anybody else? Number one team in college football,
Right
honestly,
now.
to me,
Ohio
it's
State.
Texas, Ohio State.
Texas and Ohio State.
You go Texas, Ohio State. Texas is deep at quarterback and everywhere else. Ohio State put up $20 million in NIL money they got the DB Caleb Downs from Alabama, who's a Georgia kid. They thought he was gonna go to Georgia. Ohio State's deep. They have the second best freshman receiver in the country, Jeremiah Smith. They got the Kansas State quarterback at quarterback. So I go Texas, Ohio State. I think Alabama's got to be consistent. I think Georgia doesn't have enough offense. If you stop Carson Beck, I go with Texas and Alabama right now. Sarkisian learned under Saban. Texas, Ohio State.
That's a tough one.
Normally, I would say make Ewers earn it, but I think Ewers is a little bit better than Manning right now. So I would go with Ewers. I would go. That's a good question. I would go with Ewers.
I would go with Ewers too. Let him earn his job back. He should get his job back.
Yeah. I would give it to Ewers. But they're deep. Texas is, Sarkisian is a great coach, great football mind. He stumbled at SC, learned under Saban. I think he got them rolling. They're SEC team. Texas, Oklahoma. Yeah, Red River, baby. Come on. I know that. Always a tough game in Dallas. Dallas State, Texas State Fair. But I get it. Ohio State, Oregon, that's a good game.
Yeah, Chip Kelly used to be there.
Yeah. And now he's the coordinator at Ohio State with Ryan Day. You can't go wrong with either of those. But obviously you're from Texas, so you wanted to see it, Texas, Oklahoma. But that's good. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah, I'll take that. Go ahead, Charles.
Go ahead, Charles. Looking like it.
Man, he's playing well.
Looking like it.
Yeah. Yeah, on that blue turf.
Almost coming right around there, and he gonna win the Heisman.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, if he keep doing what he's doing, he gotta win it.
Okay, but I don't know if Boise State, you might maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, because they're not a high profile, but we'll see. We'll see. That's gonna be tough.
Deion them coming off a bye. Who they got this week?
Let me look. Yeah. Any other questions? Anybody can think of anything? Yeah, a lot of college football. Pros gonna be tough.
Baseball.
Deion's already got 4 wins, man. He's
two
rolling.
more. He in there. Huh?
Two more. He get a bowl game. Yeah.
So let's root for Deion to get that bowl game.
We'd like to see him do well, but I think he's gonna outgrow. Colorado. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. He's gonna
That's
go home.
Where I would
click
see
his
him
heels
going.
and go home. I would go.
We talked about that before you got here. That's what I would see. Florida State. He get everybody in Florida.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah, he should go home. If his son's gonna be leaving, Hunter gone, so he did his thing over there. Bring him up a little bit, and if they offer him the job, why not take it?
Yeah, and like I said, he'd be able to recruit there. So Kansas State is at Colorado. That's the ESPN game at 7:15. Kansas State is tough. Avery Johnson at quarterback. They ran all over Oklahoma State 2 weeks ago or last week. That's going to be a tough one.
That's going to be a tough game.
It's in Colorado. It's going to be sold out. Avery Johnson is tough, though. They had to contain him. That's going to be a tough game. So we'll see. I'd like to see Deion win, but and get up out of there.
Yeah, I want him to at least get a bowl game.
Yeah. So you only got to win 2 more.
2 more.
Boise State's at Hawaii. They'll win that.
Minnesota's
at UCLA. It's Minnesota at UCLA.
Minnesota going to handle.
They're going to win that.
Right.
Yeah. So, we'll see, man. Ohio State, Oregon, that's a big one. Texas, Oklahoma's a big one. Ole Miss is at LSU. That's going to be
real good game.
Yeah. At LSU. LSU is tough. Ole Miss has the offense. That's going to be a tough one. Drape, you got a question?
Ooh. We
can beat them, but Penn State is
Penn
physical.
Stuff is tough.
Yeah, Penn State, they're physical. That's a 12:30 CBS game.
Yeah, we got to earn our money that day.
Yeah, they got to
have to earn our money that day.
If they don't play great. But Minnesota's physical. Minnesota's a typical Big Ten team. They're physical.
Corn-fed.
We're not physical. I want SC. If I had to bet money on it,
yeah, we got Penn State.
Penn State, baby. What about Washington at Iowa.
Good game. Let's see what Washington, if they really made what they are, they might have a good time. But Iowa's good at home.
Yeah, they are. And then South Carolina, Alabama. Alabama will bounce back. They'll beat South Carolina. Yeah, they'll bounce back.
They should bounce back. They should hand them their hat.
Yeah, no, they'll be all right. Alabama will be all right. Texas is number 1. OU's number 18. I'm going with Texas. Penn State over SC. Stanford at Notre Dame. Notre Dame will win that.
Yeah.
Cal at Pitt. Pitt will win that. Yeah, those are the big games for this week, man. Arizona, BYU. BYU's number 14. They'll probably win that. Mississippi State at Georgia. I'm going with Georgia. Florida at Tennessee. I think Tennessee bounces back.
Yeah.
Florida doesn't have enough offense. Napier is probably out of there after this year. Yeah. Ohio State, Oregon.
So you went to that King of the Ring thing this week?
I did. It was phenomenal.
How was that?
It was great. I went with Dre. We were about 10 feet from the cage. We had the cigar section. Nah, because I kept moving back behind the ring girls. They had uniforms on. I said, honey, you can get dirty. I can't. But it was fun, man. It was good. I went to the smoking section. Great event. I got to go, so that was good. It was fun.
Yeah, I went to Palm Springs, and I was chilling.
Yeah.
Went to Pivot.
Yeah.
Cigar Lounge at Agua Caliente.
Not
Real
as good
dope
of a
spot.
cigar lounge as Me Havana, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And it's
so
not
that's
like
it,
this.
Man. I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything else. Going to Vegas this weekend. Go see my homeboy Ken coming out from Memphis. He going to see the Raider game. I'm gonna go out there and check him out. And that's about it. Episode 10, man.
In the books, baby.
In the books, man. Thanks for coming out. Members Night. Get your free stick. Me and Vanna. Raul's out of town. He'll be back next week. Super Booping producing. Nate back there holding it down. Hey, man. We out of here.
Good job, big homie. Good job. Give me some.
Me and Vanna. Downtown Pomona. R&R Podcast. Sports. Cigars. Entertainment.
What's the YouTube?
Look. Me and Vanna live.
Okay, hold on. Let me go.
It's still up there. Wow. Shit.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can I send it to somebody?
Let me end it. I'm gonna end it. We out.